Hello, friends, and welcome to East End News on LTV. If you're just finding us for the first time, we're so happy you're here. And if you've watched us before, you already know that we bring you hyper-local headlines every week through the power of public access television. I'm Christine Sampson. This is your community and your news. The young man charged in the drunken driving death of a 19-year-old East Hampton High School student last June pleaded guilty this week to 14 of the original 18 charges he was facing. In Suffolk County Criminal Court on Wednesday, February 11th, Luis Barrionuevo Fuertes, who was 19 years old at the time of the crash, admitted to drinking alcohol before the accident that killed Scarlett Urgulis Samaniego. The investigation revealed that following a party on a beach where teens were consuming alcohol, Mr. Barrionuevo Fuertes drove over 70 miles per hour on Old Stone Highway in Springs with 7 passengers in his Toyota Camry. He swerved to avoid a car, then hit a tree, and the vehicle overturned, killing Scarlett and seriously injuring others. Among the charges he faced were aggravated vehicular homicide and second-degree manslaughter. According to the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office, Mr. Barrionuevo Fuertes faces 4 to 12 years in prison and will be back in court on March 18th for formal sentencing before Justice Stephen A. Paluski. Sag Harbor lost a literal cornerstone of its community this week. The Corner Bar has closed its doors.
The house was packed. There was singing and laughter and some very emotional moments too. Loyal patrons of the Corner Bar in Sag Harbor gathered on Sunday, February 8th for the last call as the restaurant closes doors after 48 years.
We all came here today not to say goodbye, but to say thank you for what took place at this establishment.
It's hard to sum up a place that meant so much to so many people, whether or not they've written their names in chalk on the brick wall.
It was a very, very special night. It was obviously sad, but I think the overriding emotion was one of joy and thanks that we experienced what we experienced at all. It really was a hometown hub.
The Corner Bar opened in 1978 by Russell Jim Smythe. When he died in 2017, he left behind a remarkable legacy that endured every day right up until its last.
Whether you're a resident of Sag Harbor, non-resident, visiting, whatever, he was took behind what happened here.
While some were quick to lament the change in ownership, others are withholding their judgment until the next establishment takes shape. This is Christine Sampson reporting in Sag Harbor for East End News on LTV.
The Suffolk County Police Department is seeking help from the public in locating a woman who has been missing since January 27th. The family of Kathleen Harrison Trent, 63 years old, describes her as having blonde hair and blue eyes, 5 feet 2 inches tall, and weighing 140 pounds. As of Thursday afternoon this week, Ms. Trent had not yet been located, according to the Riverhead Town Police. The Suffolk County Police are now handling the investigation. In an email to East End News, a police spokesperson said that while searching a wooded area off Connecticut Avenue in Manorville this week, police discovered the body of a deceased woman, but she has not yet been identified. East Hampton residents reported major troubles over the last few weeks receiving mail from the post office. But according to the U.S. Postal Service, mail delivery should soon catch up and return to normal. For many, the difficulties began right after the January 25th blizzard. Social media posts on platforms such as Facebook and Nextdoor described going days on end without mail, with some claiming they were told by local postal workers that only half routes were being serviced each day. East End News reached out to the Postal Service. We were told reasons for delays included conditions of streets and walkways and inaccessible mailboxes after the snowfall. A spokesperson said in a statement that, quote, overall, the city and Long Island are still grappling with ice banks on the sides of the road, even after plowing the street. These concrete-like banks make it difficult for postal trucks to pull over safely to the side of the road for delivery. These icy blockades are unsafe for carriers to climb over to reach mail receptacles, even if the sidewalk is clear. Safety of our letter carriers is always our paramount concern, and as temperatures rise, customers will see a return to normalcy. Valentine's Day is a time to express the love in our hearts. And one relatively new band called M Takes the Mic is taking the opportunity to release the next single from its full album, No Song Left Behind. The song Your Deep Heart debuts tomorrow, February 14th, on popular streaming platforms as part of their monthly series of releases. East End News sat down to chat with Emily Whites, founder of M Takes the Mic, to hear their new single for ourselves.
How can you be an artist and not speak to the times when there is a situation that is so complicated that it can't just be talked about in a short conversation? You know, taking this truth of who I am and being willing to say it out loud. So my name's Emily Whites, and I am the founder of the band M Takes the Mic. You don't have to be okay on those dark and lonely days. My husband brought my two daughters out on an adventure, and I was alone in the house. And then when I had this time alone, built a fire, sat with my guitar, and I started writing this song. That one actually started with a strum, with finger picking. I knew it wanted to be on F major 7th for some reason. And then the words started coming out. And over the course of those couple hours by myself, I had written a song. When my family came home, I played it for them. It's called Who We Are. And my daughter, Nina, who's 11, said, "This is the song I've been waiting for you to write." You know, and after that, I was like, right, like, this is going to keep happening. I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to keep responding to the moment with music. I don't know when another song is going to come. That's 14 songs that I'm investing so much of my heart into. After these 14 songs were, you know, recorded in the album and then mixed in a studio in Springs, I had poured so much energy into that recording process, and we were playing gigs, and we were then, you know, mixing and mastering. I was like, okay, am I gonna write another song? Like my music, it is speaking with an urgency, and we're showing up in the ways that we can. And for me, right now, this is the way that I can. My hope for the music that I'm creating is that it doesn't just heal all the things, you know, it allows you to feel the things. Take it away. You don't have to be okay on those dark and lonely days. Rush a river through your heart. Sometimes things can fall apart just because you seek a tear or you entertain your fear. It don't mean that you are weak. You are honest when you speak. You know you are strong, even when the road feels too long. You stared down demons before. You found depths within that heart of yours. That heart of yours.
Fans can hear M Takes the Mic live on March 21st at the Delancey in New York City and on May 7th at the Stephen Talkhouse. LTV Studios has announced a brand new service for artists, actors, writers, filmmakers, and other creators on the East End. Through this new program, called Fiscal Sponsorship, Creative professionals can fundraise independently through LTV's nonprofit status to receive tax-deductible benefits for donors, even if they themselves aren't formally recognized as a nonprofit organization. The first fiscal sponsorship effort is Esley's Guatemala Art Project, launched by Esley Escobar, himself an artist, DJ, and studio technician who works right here at LTV Studios. His goal is to raise money to bring art supplies and everyday necessities to children in economically disadvantaged communities in Guatemala, his native country. Esley will be flying down to Guatemala City next week to teach art and bring joy to approximately 100 young students. Esley told East End News that, quote, "Art gave me a voice. Now I'm sharing that voice with kids in Guatemala through access, education, and creative freedom. Special thanks to LTV Studios for the trust and support in helping make this project possible." A link to donate can be found on LTV's website. And creators who wish to learn more about fiscal sponsorship can visit ltveh.org or reach out to Executive Director Josh Gladstone. It's time now to take a look at what's happening around town in the coming weeks. Here's our Sound Sense community calendar.
The Ha Ha Hampton's Comedy Tour returns to Bay Street Theater on Saturday, February 14th for a show worthy of a Valentine's Day date night. Featuring Dan Barry, Talia Reese, Marla Schultz, and Rich Walker, the show starts at 8 p.m. and tickets can be found at baystreet.org. The East Hampton Library's International Film Series continues on Sunday, February 15th with a 2 p.m. screening of Coup de Torchon, a film noir story centering around a police chief turned heartless killer. You can find a sign-up link on the library's website. World Wanderers is the theme of next week's school vacation camp in East Hampton with Project Most. The program is suitable for 2 groups, pre-K through 4th grade and 5th through 8th grade. There will be music, art, baking classes, fitness activities, and more. The website projectmost.org has full details. The word is identity. On Friday, February 20th, head over to the church in Sag Harbor for a night of spoken word performances all centering around the theme of identity. From poetry and prose to storytelling and meditations, it's sure to be a thought-provoking evening. Tickets are online at thechurchsagharbor.org. And finally, for actors of all levels, auditions will take place next Saturday and Sunday, February 21st and 22nd, for The Great Gatsby, a radio play, an adaptation by Joe Landry. Auditioners should be familiar with the 1920s era songs What Will I Do and Ain't We Got Fun. The Southampton Arts Center website has more information.
The Bridgehampton School's Marimba Ensemble had the chance to perform at the prestigious Long Island Day of Percussion event hosted on February 6th by the Suffolk County Music Educators Association. Unique among student ensembles locally, this diverse and in-demand musical group frequently performs at community events and school concerts. Bridgehampton administrators congratulated their students on their musical achievements and for their positive representation of their school community. School officials said in a statement that the Marimba Ensemble, quote, highlights the district's continued commitment to strong music programming and the arts. Bridgehampton High School also reported another major achievement recently. Basketball star Alex Davis has reached a scoring milestone. Correspondent Max Mensch has the story.
History on the hardwood for Bridgehampton varsity basketball. On January 30th, senior captain Alex Davis became the all-time leading scorer for the Killer Bees, breaking a record that had stood for nearly 28 years. The milestone was set back in 1998 by Maurice Mo Manning, a name synonymous with Bridgehampton basketball. For Davis, the moment was bigger than just points.
Especially like coming home and getting it here is very special. As you can see, look, if you look around, you have everybody here. It's a big community and everyone loves basketball. And
Davis admitted that he knew that the record was within reach coming into the season, but the exact moment came unexpectedly.
Well, coming this season, I knew I needed like 200 something points to get it, and each game I would know how much I would have towards it. But when I got it that time, they didn't let me know how much points I was close, so I just got it unannounced, yeah.
Davis also credits Manning, who has remained connected to the program.
He helped with our playoff run last year, going upstate, just giving all of us advice. He actually was in the gym when we were upstate. I think we practiced at Binghamton, like the high school, and he came and helped us out, give us pointers, It's crazy that, everyone out here is just so close.
Davis has played varsity basketball since 7th grade, giving him 6 seasons in a Killer Bee uniform. Head coach Carl Johnson says his growth has been years in the making.
He never misses a practice. He comes in, he works hard. He gave us his best. He tried to elevate his teammates to get to his level.
Johnson says Davis has added to his game every season.
You know, the next year he developed a jump shot, and it became more consistent. And then over the years, now he's starting to have a pull-up jump shot. So each year he's added something to his game, which shows a lot about the kid's character.
Despite the individual milestone, Davis says the focus remains on the team.
Mindset is like, staying together as we, not me. That's what we've been preaching all year. We want to make a deep playoff run, and we know that we're capable of doing that, but we just have to have all our guys together as one. And once we get that, I think we have a great chance.
Bridgehampton closes the regular season at 18-2 and undefeated in league play, finishing the final 2 games with wins over Shelter Island, where Davis scored 15 points, and a home finale win against Our Savior New American, where he added 20 points. With 1,870 career points, Davis has firmly cemented his place in Bridgehampton basketball history as the team now sets its sights on the playoffs. This is Max Mensch reporting in Bridgehampton for LTV.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of East End News on LTV. Want to see your news story broadcast here? Reach out to us on Instagram at LTV East End News. I'm Christine Sampson, and I'll see you again next week.
LTV's programming is made possible by the New York State Council on the Arts, with the support of the Office of the Governor and the New York State Legislature.